What is going on, everybody? Car Guy V8 here with another video. And we're jumping back on the 1982 Cutlass today. And I'm pretty much continuing where I left off last week. But there are a couple small things I've done, such as I took off the mufflers. You know, it had Super 10s pretty much just coming right off the collectors. And I traded those to my friend for these purple hornies, which I like these. And I'm going to do it a little differently. I'm actually going to run some pop out, probably try to get the pop somewhere like right here on both sides. I've never done that before, and I want to change things up from my usual way of doing things. And I've also been messing with the blinkers. If y'all remember, I think it was like the first or maybe the second video I ever made of this car. I couldn't get the blinkers working, and I thought I figured out why, but it was not the case. I thought it was because it did not have a flasher, you know, up here under the dash. I thought it was because I didn't have a flasher in there, and I bought one, and that changed nothing. So off camera this last week, I started trying to figure something out, and y'all wouldn't believe it. The brand new flasher that I bought from O'Reilly's was bad. It has no resistance going through it. So I pulled the one off my other Cutlass and tried it. And sure enough, we have blinkers, both sides, but my front left one won't flash. So I'm going through this rat's nest trying to figure out which wire is the turn signal for the left side. And it should be this one according to my Haynes manual, but I'm getting nothing on this wire. Lights on, lights off, blinker on, blinker off, nothing. So I cut back the harness here. You can see those wires look a lot better than this ugly rat's nest. I'm gonna have to clean that up. That's just not me. But I go to get looking and cutting, and I notice there's some electrical tape right here. And look at that. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. I may be able to, may not. There we go. So that's all that was wrong, was the wire in here had come out of its little electrical tape cover that somebody has spliced in the past. So now we're gonna have 4 turn signals and a better exhaust system. So let's jump right into this. Like, look at some of this stuff that I'm gonna have to change. Like, this was the ground for the headlight, which I've got on right now. You see, it was just twisted together. And it was just like, I mean, it is a ground, so it's not like it can ground out, you know, and burn itself down like a hot wire could. But still, I can't have that. So I'm going to change that. Also, the power wire for the headlight is going into this little bundle right here. So I'm probably going to cut away a lot of this. This car doesn't have side marker lights right now, so I'm not going to destroy the wiring per se, but I'm going to cut off what I don't need and tie it up nicely. And that way, if I ever find side markers again for this car, I've got one on this side, but all 3 of the other corners are missing. So for now, I'll probably just tie those off to try to clean up some of this. So what I thought would be a quick 2-hour job actually turned into 4 or 5 because I had to basically go through this entire harness from here up. And you can see I got rid of a lot of unnecessary stuff for this build. Necessary for stock, but for what we're doing here, a lot of it wasn't necessary. So basically, after fixing that left turn signal, I realized that the reason the right headlight wasn't working was because it was somewhere along the line, wires got crossed or something. And when I finally actually tied the right headlight into the harness, when you would turn the blinker on, the right blinker, it would no longer work and it would flash the left headlight. Somehow this left headlight would flash. I still don't know why, but I've been through everything and redone it as best I could. And so now we've got 2 headlights. Oh, the key wasn't on. I was wondering, I was like, what? Yeah, left, right turn signal. I was wondering why nothing was doing. I didn't turn it all the way to ignition, funny enough. But we've got headlights, tail lights, all 4 blinkers. We are good. Check out this pile of junk. That took a long time to go through everything and figure out what wires were what, because they had changed some of it. Like this red wire, this really long red wire here was actually going through, and that was connected to the headlight switch, but it was also connected to the left blinker somehow. Crazy mess. But now let's get on to the fun stuff, the exhaust, because I want to hear this thing with side pipes. So let's go ahead and throw on these collector mufflers here. Let's see. So now that both of my collector mufflers are on, I'm going to try out an exhaust setup I've never tried before, but I've always wanted to. We're going to try our hands at a side exit exhaust, 2.5 inch, with a 3.5 inch tip that came in a catback exhaust setup for a 2-valve Mustang. Of course, 2 of them. We're going to put one on each side, probably coming out about right here. Oh man, let's get started. I'm curious to hear how this will sound. So after a little over an hour, the new exhaust is in. It's still dirty. You know, I don't have a welder, so I always rely on exhaust clamps. But there it is up underneath. Coming out both sides about the same spot. I'm so anxious to hear it. It's a little bit in front of the rear wheel, but I'm just fine with that. You got her held down in first. Yeah, it's got 229 gears, so you can hold first for basically ever. Nice strong shift. It's nice and quiet until you get on it. I'll wait till these cars pass. This thing's pretty stout. I actually love the way this thing sounds. Kind of sounds like an old school hot rod, you know. That's what I love. I love muscle cars, but I like them to sound like old hot rods. Man, guys, I've been absolutely loving driving this car with this new exhaust, with all of the little work that I've done. It's so much more enjoyable. It's nice to have all of my lights working. Now the battery's not rattling around back there. Now the shifter goes through all 3 gears. It's got door panels. I'm loving this car, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope to drive it more and do some more to it soon, but it might be a little bit till you see this car again on the channel, because I got some other cool stuff coming up in the next few weeks. But thank y'all for watching, guys.